All right, what are we talking about?
Well, so anytime you feel any sort of sendback, then that's basically saying that you're not in your 0 point.
Send back. If I'm feeling.
So if I try to adjust to you, but I feel that in some way, shape, or form that coming back into me.
The force is kicking back into you.
Yeah, is that because I'm not at my 0 point?
When the force is kicking back into you, that means the force is getting to you.
So
remember how the force works. There's a level of that. This force kicks into me. Yes, I will feel a change. But at the same time, when this force kicks into me, since I know how to adjust it, it actually sends back right away to you too. Mm-hmm. But this force won't kick in if you don't have control of what you're doing. If I push into you like this, you feel it just jam into you, mm-hmm. right? But what? Now, okay, let's talk about that. Why does it jam into you like that?
Aside from the fact that...
Yeah. Besides the obvious, I'm not... Because why? Because when the force, this is me, right? The force is active motion, right? I'm actively pushing to you, let's say. I'm actively pushing to you. What are you trying to do? You're trying to hold the technique. You're not holding the technique. If I go, you go. Right? That means when you imagine, if I just, let's say I hold my technique, you push towards me, see, eventually I'm going to fall over, no matter what, because the structure has its limitations. But when you go and push towards me, I'm going too. See, I'm moving. It doesn't look like I'm moving, but I'm moving.
What are you doing then? What's defining that?
Because if this is me, if I make it obvious, I don't move. I just hold myself here. You're pushing against me. But when to make it a visual reference, if you're pushing here towards me, I'm pushing also to you. But the reason it doesn't look like I'm pushing is because I'm holding myself vertically. I'm not leaning into you.
Is movement and motion two different things then?
Movement and motion is actually same thing.
Okay, so your motion or your movement in that example is you adjusting your vertical?
Everything. I'm moving too. You're looking at only in this sense. This is movement. But if I'm going here, when you're doing the form and you're going this slow, are you moving?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it, but you're moving. How's that any difference from here? When you're pushing against me here, I'm not holding this perfectly still. When you're pushing against me, I'm moving to adjust. See? It doesn't look like I'm moving, but I'm adjusting too. But if I just held myself still and you push towards me, automatically, eventually I'll fall over.
But your purpose in doing that is to create the
because no, the purpose of doing that is if you move, I move. Why would you move and I hold still?
How is that different from when you talk about, the grace periods?
Yeah.
So like that, you feel me pushing.
Yeah.
So you adjust, you move.
Yeah.
But that's different from what you were doing before when I'd push and you would adjust.
That's all part of it actually too.
So what you just did is part of the process of what was going on earlier.
Just say your opponent moves, I have to move too. As simple as that.
Okay.
But
movement doesn't necessarily mean this.
No, it doesn't necessarily mean
movement. Can mean.
But this is the development of understanding how the structure works. All right? Because if I understand the structure works, if you move, I don't hold still. But if you move, I move. By the time I move, the force is already kicked back, and then I can do whatever from that motion.
So development-wise, then, I just have to know how to control my own structure first.
Yeah, your leg, your body, and then your hand. You have to know how to control that 0 point of each one. Then you have to make sure, once you know how to control it, you have to make sure it's connected. All right, you know the path. Just like how I showed you the path before, the path goes from hands to body, body to leg. And that's done naturally. You don't have to think that. You have your position, have your feet in, so it goes naturally in. And then from here, you control it yourself. The force kicks in. I move, you feel it to your body. And then automatically, you relax it, and then you feel it to your leg. Relax a little more. Yeah. Yeah, like that. Relax a little more. See? And then look, automatically, I stop, you don't push forward. But if you try to push forward, look, if you try to push here, yeah, you won't control your own technique. You push forward, you give them something to counter. I'm not giving you anything to counter. I'm just holding myself and adjusting. There's nothing to push.
But you were also saying, like, on, I think it was Thursday or Tuesday, about how ultimately you can't, if you're off, I mean, you can adjust, but that's not optimal, right?
Yeah, if you, let's say I'm off, right? Let's say you were in a position, I feel myself off. I can adjust, but realistically, you're already dead. Because think of it, we're here in this position, right? And all of a sudden I control my technique. You feel off?
Yeah.
Adjust. Hit.
Is it coming down a lot? Huh? Is it coming down a lot?
It's not sticking yet, but it's coming down pretty good. But I don't think
yeah, that won't stay. That's no, don't stay.
Better not stick because I still got my summer only tires on.
Is that your lunch?
Yeah, I'm so pissed. I only got 2 today. They went up. They're no longer $1.
How much is it?
It's like $1.30 now. I'm like, what the fuck?
$1.30?
Yeah, because it came to like 260 something. I was like, wait, what's going on?
Why,
it's like 220.
Why, did the price of cardboard go up?
Fuck, fucking McDonald's. Oh, dang, got the nice lights out.
You and I are supposed to film a scene together.
Yeah.
You know, it starts with... Right, then afterwards I send this to the agent.
Oh man, I'm so tired. I was at the gym, I didn't know like Robert was unscheduled training.
I was in no work today.
Shit. But there's a high school blonde there today. Fuck.
It's still rolling,
I'm still recording.
This is like a lunchtime conversation.
Yes, a legal high school blonde.
I was making sure nobody was looking at it wrong.
All right.
Am I making it too complicated? I mean, it's
no. You have to know the why. The why, the details behind how it works. You have to know how that works. But in the end, what's the breakdown? Control your vertical. Make sure you're at the vertical so you can make the maximum adjustment. Make sure the hand is supported by the vertical at all times. And then I simply go forward.
What does it exactly mean though for the hands to be supported by the vertical? Is it just that the hands need to be...
If you stand in place, okay? Feel here. You feel natural about it and feel you can control it. Feel. Automatically, you see that. See how your body reacts to that. Now put your hands, extend your hands a little, just a pinch like that. All right, tell me, how do you react when that force comes in? Can't. That means you have to change here, shift there. By that time, it's too late.
So then, does when you say hands supported by the vertical, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean that that means that the hands need to be
passive, in a passive position?
So that they're, because you know how you talk about when you make contact with someone, there's, in order to connect to their center, you have to go through the path, right?
Yeah.
You can't connect to the source without taking that the path of the hand.
To feel a center, yes, you have to go through.
So how does that work for the person who's, like, if I'm coming in to you, I'm coming in to connect to your center.
You're just coming in. You don't look to connect to my center. You automatically connect to my center. You just look for the target. Connecting to the center is part of the process. You looking for the target. The target is my center of gravity.
And so it just, but if you have the vertical, if you have the hand supported by the body, I mean, essentially you're creating your own path from your center through your hands to their hands. Yeah,
imagine this. This functions as your laser sight. This is all correct. By the time you touch, you already know where the target is. Okay. Actually, I shouldn't say that. You already know where the target is eventually visually. But in development-wise, by the time you touch, you learn through that process first.
Because I can't, like when you were, testing out the triangle before, if I'm just a little bit extended out, even though I might have my vertical, but this isn't in passive position. I mean, this is then
passive position. You have to use the muscle to do that. You're already in trouble. Just think, passive position is an active motion. The opposite is active motion. If I have my hand here, it's like me grabbing. Before it looks like from here. You punch, and I grab, right? Let's say I just grab. Okay, if I grab here and I grab. By the time everyone looks at it is like this, I can let go and punch. But by the time I let go and punch, one motion, two motion. That's actually 2 steps. But if my hand's in a passive position is my hand is here. I simply control and I don't have the muscle involved with it. This is ready to go. I can go right away. Here, you can feel. If I go like this, I grab like this, you can feel before I let go. But if I go like this, you won't feel.
Vertical, hands supported by body, so that means hands are in a passive position.
Passive, always passive. Everything is based off our thing. We can counter off everything, right? If I'm here, let's say do an attack, right? Look at this position. You do the attack right there. Go ahead, do that again. Okay, perfect. Okay. Looks like you got an attack. You can do an attack from that, right? But if I make the adjustment, look how hard it is for you to block off that. Why is it hard for you to block? Because look, this is active from here. If you're here in this position, go ahead, try again. Stay here, like this, and adjust. Okay, from here. Okay, now look at the position you did to do the same thing for the punch. Now, you hold it for yourself, feel. Now, I come in, automatically you move. The other position looks like you could do the same punch, but what happened? There's no reaction off that point.
So, what does this mean? What is it? How do you define it as?
How do I define it? Your hand went active. You're no longer in a triangle position.
So maybe at the start I'm in triangle position.
You're in triangle position.
Then once I go in, I'm not.
You lose your triangle. Look, feel. Does this hand look supported by that?
This hand doesn't even feel supported.
That's not supported either. Yeah. When they're both not supported, what happens? You don't.
So move. You have to actually. So I'm out of that 0 point of the triangle then.
Look, you do your punch again. Punch. Good.
This is out of the 0 point, right?
You're out of the 0 point. If you look at it this way, as far as the triangle, you're like this now. Okay, you're already like this position for the triangle. If you're in this position, go ahead, punch again. You're in this position to punch, block. You won't. But if you stay, punch again. Yeah, stay in your 0 point. Hold it for yourself. I move. You already feel a little adjustment once I move, because it's passive. Passive, body's already listening. Once it moves, you react. It automatically reacts for you.
But okay, so then in that, like that right there, let's say, I'm at my 0 point of the triangle. Yeah. Do you get, when you actually attack, like if I actually had the attack connect, am I still in the triangle?
Yeah, you are. Because application-wise, if I punch, boom, I'm still here. I'd be in my triangle here. Okay. I'm not like this.
So even once the attack connects, it's still, you're
always
still within the
because
triangle.
Then I can chain multiple attack one after another to you. Feel, you do an attack. Slow. Why? Because off the triangle, it's hard to adjust from one point to another. Hey, go back. Come on. I'll give you a treat. Treat. Come on.